And hey guys, and welcome to the stream. Today we are talking about Project Horizon at Alton Towers. Oh my word, I've got a guy on the channel that I have not had on for a very long time.
This year?
This year, yeah. He's not been on this year.
Not for an entire year.
It is Mr. Oakley Dokley. Hello, how is everyone doing? I can see some hellos in the chat already. Hello, Rosa Ollie. He's already asking the questions. Of course he is. Why wouldn't he be? And also Lily Jim _ hello. How are you?
Lily Jim.
Lily Jim. I'm going to turn the music up a bit more.
Or Lily Jim. I thought you said Lily Jim.
Lily Jim. It's Lily Jim. Lily Jim. Lily Jim.
Lily Jim.
So hello. Before we start talking, I'm gonna about Project Horizon. I'm gonna yes, I'm going to say hello to some of you, so please do say hello in the comment section below or to the side.
1 minute.
It depends. Oh, he's going on his phone now, look. But yes, hello, good evening. How has your Sunday been? Mine has been very eventful. I didn't know that I was actually doing this stream at Joe's until... Oh. Turn the sound off, otherwise it's going to echo. Seriously, turn the sound off. But yes, I didn't know I was going to do the stream until, yes, Joe offered for me to come round and do it. Yeah, I had to lug all of my equipment rounds to do the stream around yours. You probably got faster internet than I have, to be fair.
I do, it's very fast.
But yes, how are you all doing? Oh, Roz, I'll answer Roz Raleigh's questions because I love his questions. Is Alton Towers getting Zamperla Nebulas this year? Probably not. Is Alton Towers getting Huss Breakdance 5 this year? What? Probably not. I would say Huss Breakdancers, you know, I don't think it's really Alton Towers' thing at the moment. Is Alton Towers getting Zamperla Disco Coaster this year? I probably would doubt that.
Disco Coaster?
Yes, a Disco Coaster. I doubt it, to be honest with you. I doubt it.
Are they getting a Zamperla Villar this year?
Villar, probably not. Who wants a Zamperla Villar?
You do.
I do not want a Zamperla Villari, believe me. Right, I'm going to put some music on because I realised that had finished. I'm going to put some Colossus music on in the background. There we go. If you've got any music requests that won't get me copyrighted, please do leave them down in the comment box below.
It's Colossus music.
Colossus.
Is that not?
What?
Is that not copyright?
No.
No.
Colossus didn't copyright. Right, so let's have a look at what we've got going on. Yes, I have set it up, by the way, so there's like new animations and things if you subscribe and you super chat, so yes. Oh, hello! It's I've spent a lot of time on that, by the way. I was trying to work out how to do it because I've never been able to do it before. Is Alton Towers getting an indoor coaster under the code name Project Horizon? Digital Dan. Well, that's what we're going to be talking about in this stream.
I don't think they will.
No, I think that Alton Towers are going to get a Zamperla Disco Coaster inside of the big building that's rumoured to be Project Horizon.
We call it Hex 2.
Hex 2.0. The legend of the Earl of Shrewsbury who was a little bit rude and told an old woman to go away.
And steals their skin.
Hashtag legend of the skin snatchers. Wait, does this music loop? I hope it does. Oh no! Oh, sorry, I probably just deafened everybody. Right. Yes. I'm just making sure that everything's okay. And that's actually looping. No, it wasn't set to loop.
Yeah, the speaker's still on, right?
Yes, I know the speaker's still on.
Yeah.
They probably can't hear that anyway.
Nah.
But yes, Project Horizon, Joe. Have you read much into it? Because to be honest with you, I've read the plans. I read the plans. I know how big the building's going to be. I know it's roughly going to be a little bit bigger than the, or a little bit smaller, sorry, than the surface area of the Smiler. So it's for saying you could fit a Smiler into this area, it's going to be massive.
I don't think Smiler can fit the building.
Oh, hope you guys are keeping well, Digital Dan. Thank you very much. I hope you're keeping well, actually. Say hi to Emma Louise for me.
I still need to meet Digital Dan.
No, Digital Dan's awesome.
He's better than you.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Yeah. Theme Park Worldwide is probably better than me. I'm not going to lie. But yeah. No, I've looked into a little bit of it, and I think that Project Horizon isn't going to be SW9. But I do think it's going to be a roller coaster.
I think it's because I don't think it'll be thrilling enough for SW9. Because if they follow suit of one thrill, one family, we're expecting a thrill. So.
Yeah, but I don't know. They don't strictly have to follow that pattern, though, do they? Oh, we've got some more chats. So hello, love to explore, Stacey. Hello, I really enjoyed being on your show on Thursday, actually.
How's your mum?
Josh Elam Adventures. Hello, how are you guys? We're absolutely fine. How are you?
It's just Elam Adventures.
Oh, Elam Adventures. To be fair, I don't know. Is that actually your channel, Josh? Like the Elam Adventures, or is it like just on your account? I'm not quite sure.
Look, he's an admin now.
Oh, I made you a mod. Oh, I didn't realise. Can you please mod my chat?
I am a mod too.
Hopefully, Valhalla will be opening on the 18th of March. Now, I doubt that, and that's Raz Rally's comment, by the way. I doubt that Valhalla will open on the 18th of March, just because it's quite early on in March, and I think it'll open more towards summertime. I think we're looking more towards the end of April, middle of April.
I think they need at least 2 or 3 weeks, like at least a month to do a soft opening.
Yeah.
Because I think if they announced it, when they officially announced like a big day that it's going to be open, I think everyone's going to rush to it because it's been so long.
Yeah.
So I think they need a chance to soft open it just to get a few people used to it.
I still think it'll open a bit later though, because if we've seen anything in regards to like trends on for opening attractions, particularly with things like the World of David Walliams, we've seen it with the Wicker Man, in fact, and things like that. It's that theme parks have delayed opening their new areas and opening their new attractions, just so you know.
But Wicker Man was because of the snow.
Yeah, but like
they're not going to go, oh, Valhalla's shut because it's snowing.
Yeah, but I still think it was delayed for a reason. But yeah, I think that Valhalla will open early / middle / end of April. Sometime in April it will open, and you will be getting wet on Valhalla again. So projects. I don't know where I was going with that.
What were we meant to be talking about? Alton Towers.
Alton Towers, yes, Alton Towers. So yes, obviously we've seen the plans for a new. Cameron Widowson, do you play Virtual Towers online? I don't, although I am planning on making a video on that on the channel pretty soon because I think it's pretty damn awesome. I absolutely love that project that Coaster Gen and that lot are doing. I think it's fantastic. Lim Jim. I think it's probably going to be some sort of dark ride because of the name, not because of Secret Weapon. You raise a very good point there, and I'll be talking more about what I think it could be in a second. Cameron, glitches on mine. It keeps glitching on mine. Okay, okay. Try closing it and reopening it. But yes, in regards to the fact that it could be a dark ride, I still think that Project Horizon could be a indoor dark ride. So something a lot like what we're seeing at F-Telling, because F-Telling have got that new Intamin thing where they what's it called? No, it's for Coma, isn't it? Have you seen that concept for that dark ride where the seats spin and like it's on a
Oh,
I'll try and find it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Wait a second, I'm gonna.
It's replacing their haunted castle. Their oldest ride or their oldest attraction is being swapped out for this spinning flat ride, basically a themed flat ride.
Yeah, so it should be quite interesting because if F-Telling have proved to us anything, they're really good at theming dark rides. Dark rides and things. So I think that if Alton Towers could do the same, it'd be pretty special. I do think there's a possibility it could be a dark ride, but the fact that they specifically stated in the planning document that it was going to be a coaster, I think that it could be a roller coaster. Now, what?
Do you think they could do a direct manner? Go, we've got a new coaster, and then just reveal Thor.
Drayton Manor.
It's definitely a coaster.
Drayton Manor, I do love you, but yes, I do think that Thor isn't a cret. No. Although, as much as you want us to think it is, got some more comments. Cameron Widdowson, do I delete the game? Cameron Widdowson, are you at Fantasy Island this year? Yes, I will definitely be at Fantasy Island at multiple points in the year. So I'm planning to go for this Halloween event. I'm planning to go for the summer, because Fantasy Island in summer is busy, but it's beautiful. The sun and stuff like that. And also probably the opening. And I'm trying to get you to go to the opening.
I still need to go on Odyssey.
You still need to go on Odyssey. Stacey, love to explore. I agree, Ryan. I think it'll be a dark ride. Not sure if being indoors or not enough. I don't get the end of that, but yeah, I'm probably an idiot. I can't read.
It says or not though.
Oh, okay. I mean, this is the thing, right? It's up for debate what it's actually going to be. I mean, because they're building it indoors, it's the same situation as Jewel. Like, we don't know what's happening with Jewel. We could go to Alton Towers on opening day, and it could be anything. They could have done anything with Jewel.
Can't be anything.
I mean,
it's not going to be an RMC, is it?
I mean, well, I wish. Josh Elan, looks like an Intamin multi-dimension coaster. Now that's one thing that I was going to talk about.
They already have one.
But no. I think the most likely possibility is of it being an Intamin multi-dimension coaster. Now the reason I say that is because the new Intamin multi-dimension coasters can do a lot more than what 13 can. 13 can only have a drop, could only drop track. 13 can't spin on an axle. It can't.
Yeah, but is there any park in the world that have two of the exact same model?
Engilandia.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I still think it could be a possibility though. Raz Ollie.
You know what I would think they could do?
What?
Which is a very similar thing to an Intamin multi-dimension coaster.
What?
Is the new Vekoma multi-dimension coaster, so Guardians of the Galaxy. Cosmic
Yes, I think that could be. I think that could be a possibility. Now, whether it be built by Vekoma or Intamin, I still think we're going to see some sort of multi-dimension coaster at Alton Towers.
Let's make it interactive. Bring up a photo.
Bring up a photo. I will after I've read the chat, because we're getting part of the chat. Raz Ali, which UK theme park reopening March? I presume that's which theme park are you going to? I am going to go to Alton Towers with this guy.
On the 18th?
On the 18th, yeah.
I still need to order my Merlin pass.
I have got my Merlin pass. I will get it out of my wallet. The issue is I don't want you seeing my card details.
Also, I haven't had a working Merlin pass for an entire year.
Oh yes, because this guy he got a Merlin pass that was faulty when he first got it issued.
They got it issued again. And they got it issued again, and it still didn't work.
Here we go. Cameron Widdowson, what day are you going? Cameron Widdowson, can you show me how to download Virtual Towers Online Nemesis? I will, not in this stream, just because I've got quite a lot to get through. But yeah, I'll definitely help you if you give me a message. Raz Ollie, is Drayton Manor getting a wooden roller coaster this year for a new edition?
Hope so.
I hope so as well. I think a wooden coaster would suit Drayton Manor so well, and there has been rumours of them getting one. So
I really hope for something like Leviathan at SeaWorld in Australia.
Yes,
that looks really good. It's not a Gravity Group one, but I feel Gravity Group could do something really good like that.
I am hoping for something along the lines of the Cuckoo Lane coaster, because I absolutely love that thing. Although I would like something like Heidi the Ride, quite small, quite short, but still packs a punch, because Heidi the Ride is, I love Heidi the Ride. I think it's better than Wicker Man personally.
The traditional GCI.
Sonderix, I think I'm going to say that way. Oh no, I'm skipping several chats here, aren't I? Stacy, love to explore. Have they confirmed a date that it'll open? I presume that is in response to the new Drayton Manor coaster?
Maybe.
Oh no, it's at the Port of Ventura. Okay, if it's at Port of Ventura, no they haven't, although I have seen something about that online. Sonderax, I think it's going to be a form of multi-dimension coaster ride with new elements. I agree. I think that Alton Towers and John Wardley, who's obviously consulting on this project, could do a lot with the ride hardware that they've got. So I definitely think a multi-dimension coaster is on the cards, because you remember back to that interview that John Wardley did with Tower Times. He said that he was excited for the coaster technology that was coming.
But that's what I'm saying is, that's why I think it's the Vekoma.
But Vekoma won't work with John.
Why?
Because the CEO of Vekoma hates John Wardley.
Why?
Because when they were building Port of Ventura, there was going to get a Loch Ness Monster clone, but John canned the contract for it, and ever since then, Vekoma won't work with John.
Yeah, but Vekoma have worked with Towers before.
They have, but they haven't worked with John.
What Hex?
But they weren't working directly with John, were they? So let's move on. John Sanderax. John said, I think last year, that the future of ride tech was being developed at Alton Towers. Then asked about Project Horizon, he said SW9. I think in the Lift Hills and Thrills interview he did recently with Lift Hills and Thrills, obviously. John did say that it could be Project Horizon, although I think he was saying that just to dodge the question.
I think, he's just
yeah,
I don't think it's a thing.
I don't think that Project Horizon is going to be SW9, sadly. I wish it was, because, SW9, on any project, the name SW9 would be amazing, but...
I think the biggest thing I hope for is that it's not an expansion of David Walliams at all. It's because we haven't been told officially that it isn't. A lot of people are saying it isn't because the path comes away outside of David Walliams' world, but it could be.
It could be. I mean, it could have an outdoor element. I mean, that sort of... I'll get a picture up of Project Horizon, actually, on my web browser.
Yeah, it's got that...
it's got that... will this show, is it? Here we go, Towers Times. Shout out to Towers Times.
I don't think that's it.
This bit here, it's going to come out here. I reckon that could be coaster track that's coming out, and it could have like an outdoor bit that like curves off, but I could be wwrong.
There's a better picture of it somewhere.
Yeah.
Is it not on the same...
I'm really scared to navigate Google Images because I'm on stream. And I don't want anything naughty to pop up. Oh, this is better.
yeah, that's it.
This is better. Here we go.
I was about to say, surely it's on the Towers.
This is a lot better. So... this shows again. Massive shout out to Towers Times. Thank you for not copywriting me, but yeah, you can see that thing there. I think that will be the coaster track. Yeah. Oh, is there better images of it?
No, underneath.
Where?
Underneath there.
There.
Alright, go back to the other image.
Okay.
There's two images left.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, there could be coaster track coming out there. You never know.
Who
Stacey.
makes the one in Ferrari World in Abu Dhabi, the one that's just been announced?
I don't know. Oh,
it could be that.
Should we have a look?
That track looks.
Should we have a look?
That track looks a bit similar, doesn't it?
Ferrari. Is it Ferrari?
It's Ferrari World.
Ferrari.
Oh, you wouldn't have to spell Ferrari.
Yeah.
F-E.
Sorry, I'm actually dyslexic. I'm really sorry.
It's the new not the top one. Mission Ferrari.
Mission Ferrari. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Who is it? It's Dynamic Attractions, an SFX coaster.
Oh, okay. It could be because that track looks similar to the design.
Oh, that's a good shout. Yeah, you heard it here first, folks.
Because we've seen the trains and they look slightly like a Geo Venola mixed with a Eurofighter.
I'm going to put an emphasis on now. But yes, I'm going to respond to some more comments that we've got here coming in. Stacey, love to explore. Meet you at Towers then. Yes, I definitely will see you at Towers. I'm going to try and go to the meetup thing on Towers opening, but again, I'll be busy on that day, so I'm not quite sure what we'll be doing. But yes, Sandrax, if it was a Woody for 2024, we would have seen work we would have seen work a while ago, just due to the amount of footers. I think the Coma family coaster, like Big Bear Mountain, that's a good shout. Although,
yeah, I would agree. Like, wooden coasters take a lot of work. A lot of work.
But Wicker Man went up. Wicker Man went up like that.
It didn't though.
It did.
It was the whole season before. The flume closed in 2015. It took 3 years to clear the site.
I still think we could see a Woody at Drayton for 2024, but I wouldn't discount it. If I was to put my money on something, I would say some sort of launch coaster. Don't know what, but I would say some sort of launch coaster.
It's the main thing they're missing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Apart from a wooden coaster, but it's nice and easy to do, quite quick to build, not high maintenance. I think that's another problem Drayton Manor might have. Is because again, wooden coasters are renowned for being bad maintenance.
Here we go. I'm going to say quickly hello to Theme Park Vids. Good evening.
Is he famous?
Is he famous? He is famous to me. I really like Theme Park Vids. I like your vids, Theme Park Vids. Please make more.
You're famous.
Josh Elam, Zadra. Yes, Zadra.
Good question. I haven't ridden it.
Zadra is one of the best coasters. No, the best coaster I've ever ridden.
I wouldn't know because I haven't ridden it.
Josh Elam asks a question. Question for Joe. Does Nemesis have airtime? The answer is yes.
The answer no.
The answer is yes. Nemesis does have airtime.
Well, it currently doesn't have anything. Half the track's gone.
I mean, it does, yeah. Even though it might be a different colour, you never know.
Yeah.
Could
be black.
I have heard, by the way, because I've been talking to Adventure Jax 11, who obviously took the original photos of the Black Nemesis track. She's confirmed to me that the Nemesis track has been shipped off. It's no longer in that car parking area, but a new track that's been recently fabricated has been put back in that car park. But there's now a sign saying no more photos, so she didn't want to. She didn't want to risk it.
Taking photos of the track.
Please stop taking photos.
John Wardley be very annoyed at us.
Sandrax says, I thought, what if Towers are working on a dynamics attraction ride like Mission Ferrari? That would be really, really cool.
We just said that.
Yeah, I think he was just responding to it. Sandrax, Mission Ferrari looks like an awesome ride. POVs are out, and it's so many trick tracks elements.
Are we allowed to put POVs in your stream?
I don't know.
Maybe if we credit it.
Yeah. Okay. We'll credit it. Let's have a look. Okay. Let's have a look.
Seen this yet?
You know what? To save me from here we go. Let's have a look.
Ooh, secret insight into the iCoaster YouTube channel.
Actually, no, I'm not signed into this Google Chrome instance, so here we go. Oh, has it got POV?
Oh, it's got POV.
Has it? Where?
The top one.
Oh, here we go. Let's watch it together, guys.
Oh, nice and quiet.
Oh, the station looked a bit.
Looks a bit grim, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh my word, it looks like Hyperion Station actually.
We turned into a reaction channel.
Oh god, here we go.
Stop skipping ahead.
Here we go. Oh!
It's got a launch.
Oh, it has got a launch. I'll respond to the China second, by the way. I'm just watching this. Oh, what?
It's a bit cool.
Dude, this looks so cool.
Imagine there's a tower.
I love that. I love that inversion. It looks smooth as well.
That outside bit's in the plaza, so that would be.
Oh, so that's like immersive. That's got you've got screens all around. I think this will be a lot like what Portaventura's coaster is going to be, personally. Oh, I love that. I love that the show scenes as well. What? The track didn't. We didn't see that switch.
It's a saw thing. Yeah, straight down.
Oh, I thought the track switched. Is that it?
No, it's a full experience. Why are you skipping ahead?
I'm skipping ahead to the roller coaster bits. Yeah, I mean,
it is a roller coaster, but it's more like a dark. It's like a hybrid dark ride coaster.
Yeah.
So it's.
I like it though. I like the look of that. I would definitely go on that, and I might have to take a trip out there very soon.
Rubber dubby.
Love to
also
explore.
got a lot of other good coasters.
Yes. Love to explore. It's Razi Ali as Spambot. I think he actually is, you know. Raza Ali's the guy who's spamming my chat with questions at the moment. I'm going to put you in timeout in a second, by the way. Sonderax, Drayton Manor RMC Giga T-Rex 2024. Who says no? You know what? If they did get an RMC Giga T-Rex, I would be amazed.
If this video gets 100,000 likes, then yes, we'll buy one for them.
You know what? I will take out a mortgage and I will try and find some way to make it happen, I swear. Josh, theme park vids. I'll make more after I leave college. Don't worry, I appreciate how nice you are, though. No, honestly, like, I encourage anybody to make videos. I think that everybody's got something to contribute to this YouTube community, and I feel like the more the better, personally. But what?
What?
You shut up. Just go away.
I live here.
Oh, if you let me, I might live here soon. Maybe. Spoilers. Josh Elam, new Gen Vacoma like Abyssus would be great for Drayton. You know what? I agree. I think that would be good, although I'm not a massive fan of the way that Formula rides, and that's a new Gen Vacoma as well. I feel like if they did get something like that,
Fly's a new Gen Vacoma, that was lovely.
Yeah, but that's a bit forced to it. Formula didn't. Formula had no force to it. Kind of hated it because of that, actually.
Yeah, but you need to remember Formula literally is the first ever new Gen Vacoma. Before that, they were still doing SLCs and rubbish like that.
How has this gone from Towers to Drayton? Jesus. Sandra.
Yeah, there's a lot of Drayton fans in the chat.
I'm a Drayton fan myself, but it's got a slick. It's got a slide track which I think is awesome. Basically, 13's drop, but one of 45 degrees slant. Yeah, it looks really cool.
I think what have you seen the construction images of the Port Ventura monster?
I have.
It's got like launchers and reverse spikes and things. It's really good.
That's why I think it could be much of the same thing, to be honest with you. I think that Intamin have had enough time to look at that design that Dynamic Attractions have been perfecting, because that coaster has been under construction for years now, and I think Intamin have gone, okay, we can sell this, and PortAventura have ate it up. Personally, I think that's what's happened. Adam Brownsword says that the sideways drop, yeah. We didn't get to that point in the POV, but that looks really cool. Love to explore. Have you introduced Joe to an image of children's TV show star Okie Dokie? No, I have not. So do you know how your name is Okie Dokie and you absolutely hate it?
Well, it's not, but okay, carry on.
But everybody knows. This is the thing, right? So this guy right here, when we are recognised at parks, they don't recognise you as Joe. They recognise you as Oakley Dokley.
Yeah, and it's all your fault.
I know, and you absolutely hate it, and I love the fact that you hate it as well. Here we go. Let's have a look at this this character then. I'm going to close all of these tabs. Actually, I'm not going to close that one. I'm going to close that one. Here we go. Okie Dokie TV show. I'm going to make it. There we go. That is you.
Oh dear. What happened to him?
I vaguely remember this TV show.
I vaguely remember it as well.
I vaguely remember this TV show. Vaguely remember it, but
Was it on TV?
I think so. I'm actually gonna give Roz Ali a time out. How do I do that?
Just get Josh to do it. Josh!
You know what?
We need you!
Oh, Cameron Widow's Swirled. Can you show me how to do virtual towers online, please? I will do after the stream. Adam Brownsword, yes, I watched a review of it and they spoke about it. Sandrax, I'm just having a look. Yeah, I mean the Mission Ferrari coaster, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of the same thing for SW9 personally. Like I said, I think it's going to be some sort of new gen multi-dimension coaster. So whether that be with slide track, drop tracks, you name it, I think it's going to be a spectacle. Like the one at PortAventura, I think the one at PortAventura, I know it's designed by Intamin, but I think it's going to be much of the same thing. But yeah, have you seen the new Port Ventura coaster? Like the shots of it? No, you told me, didn't you? Yeah. I think that's going to be really, really cool. And I think with Port Ventura's level of theming, I think that it's going to be a immersive experience. One thing I hope they do with the coaster is theme the station building up, because or the show building, because I don't want a big white building.
Yeah, they did really, really well with Sesame Street, so you know, I expected things from them.
Do you know what's funny, actually? Before we move on from that topic, the fact that they are being bought out by Universal, apparently, now. Port Ventura filed, Universal have filed trademarks for Port Ventura now. So what they're doing is
yeah, but it's because Uncharted is a Universal film
It's Sony.
system. Is it?
Yeah, it's Sony.
I thought Universal made it.
No, it's Sony.
Yeah.
It's Sony. Oh, thank you very much, Josh Elam, for timing out Razarali. I really do appreciate that. Okay, Loops and Donuts. That has to be the worst lookalike. You know, I don't think it's a lookalike. I think it's just the fact that the name's virtually the same. Mr. Oakley Dokley. By the way, that is his name. It's not Joe. It's Oakley Dokley. That he's doing something behind the hand that will get me demonetised. Stacey, love to explore. I recall the theme tune for Mr. Okie Dokie. I don't, sadly, but I'm sure if I put a video of it on, I would get copyrighted. So
run away.
So Sandrax, something I've been thinking of for a while now, is something I think is controversial. What if, for the first time, a secret weapon isn't a coaster? I don't think that's particularly controversial. I wouldn't be upset about that.
I think they'd have to do it on the same level as Symbolica at Efteling.
Yeah, I think
otherwise people wouldn't be like, yeah, this isn't worth the secret weapon, don't they?
I think if they were going to make a secret weapon that wasn't a coaster, they would have to do something really special with it. So I'm talking better than Hex. And I think that Hex is one of the best looking dark rides in the world, personally.
Symbolica.
Yeah, Symbolica. I mean, to be fair, Symbolica and Hex are two completely different beasts. But I think that the theming level is on par with Symbolica, because you've got that historical setting and the tower's ruins really make that setting, and I feel like that's what Symbolica does very well, the setting, the overall feel of it.
I think Hex does the Vekoma mapped house very well, but to put it on the same level as a trackless dark ride with multiple storylines and multiple options and interactive sections, Hex hasn't got any of. I don't think it's fair to compare them. It's like saying, what's the better roller coaster? The Octonauts roller coaster or Nemesis?
I mean, you could compare the two, obviously.
You can't compare the two together though, because one's a kids ride and one's a thrill ride.
I still think, though, again, both tell a story and both do what they do very well. So I feel like if Towers, again, just going back to the original question, if Towers were to make a secret weapon dark ride, they would need to do something extremely special with it. Let's have a look at what we've got in the chat. Love to explore. Would Joe sign a poster of Okie Dokie on opening day at Towers for us? Do it.
No.
Do it.
No.
Do it.
No.
You doing it? I'll actually bring a Sharpie with me to the Towers opening day. When I get searching the bag check, it'd be like, what's this for?
How will it make you feel that a fan has asked me to sign something before you?
Actually, no. I've never signed anything before.
Exactly.
Actually.
So I'll get asked before you.
I've had photos with people, but I've never signed anything before. Yeah. Adam Brownsword. Or I did have a weird thought. What if it's the first Axis coaster? Ooh. Mind you, I don't think it would be an Axis coaster just because...
Merlin never worked with SNS, I don't think.
Oh no, they haven't.
Because the only SNS I can think of is the Screaming Swing at Thorpe, but that was when it...
That was Two Swords. That was Two Swords. Also, Two Swords bought the what is now Raja's Bouncy Bottom Burt from SNS. So yeah, they've not.
Two Swords as well. So Merlin never worked with us.
No, they're not working.
So it's unlikely that they go for such a big thing that no one else. Because Merlin have always been very difficult with new manufacturers. That's why they've never bought an RMC. They're always late to the party with GCI. They were late to the party with B&M, in all honesty. So you know what I mean. They've always been quite late to the party unless they're the ones inventing it.
Yeah. No, I get that. I still think it could be a possibility, but I strongly doubt it. Again, because the amount of momentum that a coaster like an Access coaster would need to traverse a track would. The amount of momentum you would need you wouldn't get that from how high you'd be able to go with that particular building. So you wouldn't be able to build the coaster very high.
Have you not seen the videos of the prototype for the Access coaster?
Yeah, but they launched. But I don't.
Yeah, this one could be launched.
I don't know. S&S said they sold one to Europe, but I doubt. I don't know. I don't think it's coming to Towers. Loops and Donuts 2023. Yes, 2023 is going to be an interesting year because we're going to see so much construction start.
Is this year?
I know. Sandrex. Hex is arguably the best Vekoma Madhouse ever built. Not even an argument if it is the best.
I'd agree. I'd agree with that.
Sandrex, to be honest, Horizon is similar in scale to the Smiler, so an Access could work. We don't know if the site goes underground yet either. Could be a 20-meter tall building. Could be a 20-meter tall building and 20-meter underground for all we know. Yeah, I mean...
The only thing I'm seeing with that, where he says Horizon is a similar scale to the Smiler. In size, yeah, but not in price. So this is a cheaper price thing.
I think they said it's something like 11 million.
Yeah, it's 12 and a half.
Oh, it's 12 million,
So
yeah.
most secret weapons are 16 or 18 if it's the Smiler or something. So this is a cheaper thing. So I don't think it's ever going to be something as big as an S&S.
No.
Access coaster, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, again, it's one of these things where all we can do at the moment is speculate, and I feel like, again, you've got to think, if it is 20 metres on the ground and it is 20 metres up, that is a decent amount. I mean, the Smiler's basically half and half in a hole, isn't it?
I'm just thinking, we haven't considered the price for all of these options, because I think an Intamin multi-dimension is out of the question, because 13 with 16 million. A Vekoma multi-dimension coaster is probably out of the question, because Disney are the only ones that have bought one, and they spend absolutely millions on their project. Yeah. So I part of me feels, just thinking of the budget now, part of me feels, unfortunately, it might be another Walking Dead the ride.
We'll have to see. I don't think so. I really don't think so. I mean, the 11 million could be a guide price for the building alone. Like that.
That's the thing. If it's no, because the whole project is 12.5 million. If the whole project is, that means it's the building and the ride hardware is 12 million. You know what I mean?
Oh, by the way, Josh Elam says, get Joe on Odyssey this year.
I tried last year.
Every time Joe's gone to Fancy Island, he's been spited.
It's been shut.
Stacey, love to explore. Do you have a nickname, Ryan?
There's many things I call him that I can't say in this.
Yeah,
stream.
A lot of people call me things beginning with F.
D.
Oh, yeah, D.
Yeah,
D.
T.
T, yeah.
F. Yeah, many things.
Yeah, that we can't say on the stream because I don't want to get demonetized. Because if you say too many bad words in a video now, you get demonetized. Fun fact for you.
So does that mean we get away with one?
No.
Aww.
Adam Brownsword, but it matches with their world first gimmick, and they launch. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Again, an S&S Access could be on the cards, but you've got to think if that price, that 12 million price, stems the whole project. Like Joe said,
we get the building and the ride hardware
and the theming. We could be looking at another air situation, and I don't want that to happen. I really don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
So I think we could be looking at a dark ride after what Joe said. Stacey, love to explore. Oh, at Sandrax, an adult drop tower. We have a lot of hoppers in Alton Towers.
Mr. Spammy, I forgot his name.
Oh, Roz Ali.
He actually makes a good point there, but let's turn it on its head. What if it was, because they're quite popular in the US at the moment.
Oh, should we read the question out just so they've got it?
Intamin booster bikes.
Yes, so Roz Ali, is Drayton Manor getting Zamperla Magic Bike? I do think it could happen.
The Vekoma booster bikes and the new Intamin, what they call them, straddle coasters.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do think it could happen. By the way, if you want me to change the music to Air's music, please let me know because I've got that on.
Can you change it to Air's music, please?
Okay. I'm
Just for me.
I will change it for you. Here we go. Here we go.
At the same time.
Do.
What's it sound like if you play everything at the same time?
I don't want to play everything at the same time. I can turn this up slightly. There we go. It's probably going to feed back into the camera. Actually, I'm not going to. I'm not going to try that. Sandrex Smiler is an incredibly dense ride. Cheaper budget doesn't mean smaller. Essentially, I agree with you. It depends what manufacturer you go for. If you go for something cheaper, like potentially Gerschlauer or Vekoma,
Yeah, but again, Smiler was 18 with it.
yeah.
Because they were trying to break the record. They went more expensive just to break the record.
But one thing that Alton Towers said they weren't going to do is chase records now, particularly after the Wicker Man. They tried to with the Wicker Man and say it was the world's first coaster to infuse wood and fire, but we all know how that went. But yeah, Adam Brownsword, you have to remember the length of the Smiler though. Yeah. And I mean, the Smiler is a long coaster. That is a lot of track, particularly to be packed in that that footprint. To be honest, Stacey, love to explore. Oh yeah, but I hope they get rid of the black ticklers on Subterra. You know what? I'm presuming they're talking about Subterra now.
Ooh.
And adult drop towers and things like that. I hope they get rid of the ticklers if Subterra was to reopen, which is going to reopen by the way.
Imagine.
Because they rebuilt the pathway for it.
Well, that might mean the scare maze is coming back next year.
Potentially, we don't know. But I think that Subterra's coming back next year.
The only thing to be devil's advocate and say that it's not is the ride hardware was already failing when they closed it. And then it's not been used for 3 years.
Yeah.
So, it's I don't think the hardware's going to be there, and I don't think Towers, considering the dual refurb, the Nemesis refurb, the Project Horizon, and maybe SW9, I don't think they have the money to refurb Subterra.
I think they would have repaired it though. Here we go. Sandrex. Oh, I'm getting a lot of love for the Air soundtrack at the moment. I'm getting a lot of love for the Air soundtrack.
Might be
SoCal Imagine channel. Thanks for all the cool coaster vlogs. But yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it.
Very welcome. I contribute more than he does.
I edit the videos. I record the videos.
I put up with you for at least 10 minutes.
For at least 10 minutes. All you do is record the clips with me and then bugger off somewhere. That's how it goes. But yes, Sandrex, Wickerman was always pushing SW. Due to Towers' slow investment, they could never keep World's First going. Not many options left now for World's First. I mean, I don't think they've got any. Well, I mean, they can't go for the height records.
There's loads left.
What?
World's first roller coaster to make you wee.
World's
first roller coaster to include a bar.
World's first roller coaster to include a functional toilet.
See? You sit on the toilet as you go around.
Actually, a ride concept that John Warley was talking about that he was trying to develop with B&M was a ball.
Toilet.
So basically you'd sit in a ball and this ball could spin in any direction, which ways. So the ball would be secured to the ride vehicle, obviously with like a cylindrical type mechanism, and the ball would have free roam so it could roll anywhere. I thought that was quite interesting. So the world's first ball coaster. Don't take that the wrong way. Sandrax. By the way, just call me Rax. It's easier. Yes, I'll call you Rax. Stuart G. Evening. My G, Stuart G. Evening. I would probably assume something like Joe said, straddle coaster like what SeaWorlds have got at Williamsburg and their other parks. Yes, SeaWorld seems to be getting a lot of these Intamin straddle coasters.
I think it's because they're dirt cheap.
Yeah.
Because, you know, SeaWorld, in some ways, they're doing brilliant stuff, like what they did with Iron Gwazi, fantastic stuff. But they are falling into the Six Flags trap of buying loads of coasters for the same.
Do you know what I'm surprised a park hasn't got yet? Well, more parks haven't got, and that's an Intamin Hot Racers because they're cheap, small, compact.
But the Intamin haven't released a price yet.
Intamin Hot Racer for Towers 2025 Project Horizon. No, bit of a push.
Nah, a bit of a push.
To be fair, the throughput would be awful, wouldn't it? I'm going to answer one of Raza Ollie's questions. Raza Ollie, are you going to Wheelgate theme park on the 18th of March? No, mate. I've already said that I'm going to Alton Towers.
Where is Wheelgate theme
I
park?
don't know.
I don't even think. Isn't that the one next to White Post Farm?
Yes. Where is Wheelgate?
I think
Wheelgate.
it's next to White Post Farm.
Wheelgate is in Nottingham.
Yeah.
Oh!
It's the one next to White Post Farm. There's a big wheel outside.
I need to go there. If anybody knows anybody from Wheelgate, can you please get me into the park? Because there's a coaster credit there I need to get.
Is there?
Rax says basically a hamster ball. Yeah, so that concept would have basically been a hamster ball. But you would have been strapped in a seat, obviously, with a B&M restraint.
It would remind me of, you know, those what are they called? The things you see at fairs where you sit in a ball and it flings you in it.
Oh, the slingshots.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Like that, but on a track.
That would be cool. I think it would be cool.
They can fire off with one. All they do is, what they'll do is they'll get one of those slingshot things, lie it on its side, and that will be ping.
Ping. You should have a track.
Yeah.
Just like a bobsled, but with spinning.
Yeah. It'd be like that scene from Robots.
Yeah. I didn't realise what you meant then. Rat, watchers all be miles off and it be nothing we'd expect. A true world's first experience nobody saw coming.
What should not even be a project? It's just a warehouse where it tells store things.
Or watch it be something like a walkthrough experience, like Room in the Broom or something.
Yeah, something stupid like that.
Or watch it be like, I don't know, just like a big slide indoors or something.
I really want it to just be a warehouse where they store things. Like, so what they'll do is they'll announce Project Horizon as Rita's storage unit before we demolish it.
That's where you're storing Rita. They're removing Rita from the Dark Forest
Putting it in
indoors.
Project Horizon.
There we go. Loops and donuts. If Joe signs the poster, you can sign this check for me. Oh, if Joe signs the poster, you can sign this check for me. If you if you sign the poster, you'll give me money.
No. If I sign the poster, you'll give him money.
What?
If you sign the check, you're the one paying.
Well, I don't want to pay for anything. The only thing I want to pay for is going abroad. Rax, human pinball machine. A disco wacky
I
worm.
think you need to show them the scene from Robots because I think that would be brilliant.
I feel like I'm going to get copyright if I show
It's
you
just
10
a
seconds.
photo.
Oh my word. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's have a look.
Yeah, we haven't gone on the internet for a while.
We haven't. Here we go. Robots.
Ball scene.
Actually, no, I'm not typing in that.
Type in Robots ball fun. No, that's just a pinball machine. That.
Yeah, I'm not.
Put Robots film.
that-
Film because you can.
That's as far as I'm going, mate. I'm not typing ball into Google expecting it to come up with anything decent. Raza Ollie, is Drayton Manor getting a caterpillar? Actually, no, I'm going to respond to a comment that Rax actually, I already read it out, but a disco wacky worm. Would you love a pin Ferrari wacky worm inside of that building?
With the theme tune from Roller Mac thing.
Dum 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 dum.
European, that's it.
Yes, he'd just go around the wacky worm with a disco ball in the middle, while it's going dum 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 dum.
Or just your opening title.
Just me going, "Hey guys!" on the entrance to the ride. That'd be cool. I close to the ride.
That's that theming thing in the front. Just you going,
Ah!
Mr. Tumble.
Mr. Tumble! Yeah, I need to stop that. I actually banned Mr. Tumble from my comment section. The actual words. Roz Ollie, is Drayton Manor getting a Caterpillar roller coaster new edition? Probably. I don't know.
A new edition? They're still making it. I just thought they just keep getting passed around. No,
I think they do. I think the only people who are making them now is FBF Visa, Govan Park, and Revisham.
I still don't think they make them. I think it's just somebody goes, yeah, we'll have one of those. No, this is terrible. You can have it back.
Wacky worms. You know what? I love my wacky
You're
worms.
charging £7 for these.
I love my wacky worms. They get my cred count up. Raza Ollie, are you going to Blackburn Fun Fair soon? What is Blackburn Fun Fair? If you could tell me, I'll go.
He asks a lot of questions.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He does.
Come on, Josh. You ask good questions. Ask questions about how annoying Ryan is.
Yeah, give me questions and I'll answer them. Racks, but make the seats backwards for fun. Yes, a caterpillar coaster themed around the Euromyth soundtrack with a disco ball, disco lights, park hands, and backwards trains. In fact,
and an upcharge £15 for spinning seats in the back.
yes. no, in Merlin actually they'll charge like fucking 30 quid for it. Okay.
Oh no! There you
No.
go. That's the one swear word you're allowed.
Yeah, there we go. Chibi Vlogs. Project Horizon just looks a bit lost between the dungeons and David Walliams. There's a lot going on in that area. There's a bit of a mess. To be honest with you, I think once Project Horizon starts construction, now I said this in one of my videos, my Alton Towers prediction video for this year actually, I think the dungeons will close because the dungeon was only meant to be a temporary attraction. So
Well, it's just basically a retheme, isn't it?
yeah, I think because I think the dungeons, whilst it was a great attraction, we've only done it once, but we had a really good run through on that attraction. I would be sad to see the dungeons go, but if it meant making way for a brand new experience like Project Horizon, I'd welcome it.
You know, it'd be fun, but I know it definitely won't happen. We've got David Walliams on one side, we've got the dungeons on the other side, a mixture of the two, like a horror-themed kids area.
Horror-themed kids.
So you know, like how clowns are really scary.
Theme it to Mr. Blobby.
Or like Mr. Blobby, he's terrifying.
Okay, we're gonna search Mr. Blobby because
Don't, because I'll run away.
here we go, Mr. Blobby. Blobby, 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 Blobby. If you don't know what Mr. Blobby is, this is Mr. Blobby.
He's terrifying! Why was he allowed near kids?
What is this stream coming to? We're just looking at pictures of Mr. Blobby now.
Who's the guy with them?
Yeah, Mr.
Why
Blobby.
is that one him pictured dead?
Oh, I just saw a picture on there that yeah, okay.
Yeah, we get banned.
Yeah, and we're gonna skip that one rather promptly.
Was it Richard Branson?
No, I'll tell you after the stream.
It's the guy from Duo and Odio.
Racks, they got resold and parted out a lot. I know Twin Lakes has bought a few parts to keep theirs going strong. Yeah, I mean these big Apple coasters are basically all the same anyway, aren't they? They use the same plastic wheels and things. I was gonna say I think I've got. No, have I? I've got something very similar to a wacky worm wheel. Do you mind? That's really noisy.
Do you want one?
I'll have one.
Yeah.
It's advent calendar. He's not eaten yet, by the way.
It's an advent calendar without a calendar part.
Do you want to show him the advent calendar without the calendar?
Oh.
This is what this stream just turned into. We're just talking poo. And yes, here we go. Josh Elam, how annoying is Ryan? Ryan is not very annoying.
He is very annoying. Josh, you should know you've been with him for longer than an hour.
Rax, not even a spinning seat, just FBFV's wheel, which inverts. Oh yes! Because they made that crazy thing, didn't they? Where you sit down with the over the shoulder restraints and you face someone else and it just spins.
Yeah.
Yeah, £15 upcharge, easy. Are we going to Energylandia? Yes, we are.
Maybe. It depends if we're going to invite Ryan or not, Josh.
We very nearly, in fact, there was a thing that we were meant to do at the start of the stream. We're probably going to do it at a later date now.
So we're not going to tell you.
No, we're not going to tell you, but there is a video that's coming out hopefully soon, or a stream that's going to start, and we're going to do something on it, and it's going to be mad, and we're probably going to regret it, and we're probably going to go somewhere. Yeah, that's all I'm giving you on that one. Rat, which secret weapon do you see getting removed first? Part of me thinks Oblivion, as it's going to get hard to track the tunnel. Well, retrack the tunnel. Yeah.
I think 3.
3.
Secret weapon 3.
Nemesis.
Yeah.
Nemesis is getting retracked. Can you stop eating those?
No.
Yeah, I think that.
Nemesis is already being removed.
Well, technically, it's been retracked. I don't think Oblivion will ever get retracked, I'll be honest with you. I don't think it needs a retrack. I think any of the work they need to do on the track, they will do just on the track that exists, personally.
I think that it just fixing the trains would help.
Yeah.
If the only time Oblivion's rough is it rattles slightly the moment it starts pulling back up underground.
I could see Oblivion getting the new flawless trains. I could see Alton Towers doing that personally.
Yeah, then they'll have to swap the station out and stuff like that.
Yeah, but Alton Towers would do it.
The floors that like move out for you.
This is the thing. Merlin are on a bit of a retrack / refurb spree at the moment, so I definitely think that Oblivion would see a refurb as part of its future. I don't think they would just get rid of it. I think the first secret weapon to go will be Galactica. Now, it will either be sold on to another park or it will just go completely. I do understand that Galactica is a popular roller coaster, but you got to consider Nemesis is getting a retrack, so its future's safe for the next 30 years. Oblivion, get new trains, it'd be absolutely fine. What else have we got? 13's too new to get rid of. Smiler.
Too new to get rid of.
Too new to get rid of.
Unless it, it's tried to kill people. Maybe if it actually does.
I think if something catastrophic happened to the Smiler, they will just get rid of it. Here we go. We've got more chats coming in. Love to see it.
Would you like another advent?
No, thank you. Rats. So it's an advent. What? So it's an advent.
It's an advent without the calendar. An advent.
It's just a year. This is a whole year. This is 2023.
Chocolate.
Please stop.
No.
Right, Josh Elam, did it feel good to finally ride Heidi? I've ridden Heidi before, but yeah, Heidi the ride was very good. I really enjoyed it. I've ridden Heidi a number of times on Wednesday. I've ridden it with Tabs and the theme park folk.
Did you?
Yeah.
More than one person.
Stacey, love to explore. How did you two meet each other?
How did we meet each other? We didn't meet each other at a theme park. We met each other.
No, we didn't. So we met at a friend's New Year's party.
I hated him.
Yeah,
I still hate him.
He absolutely hated me at first. To be fair, I didn't quite like you either.
No, is that why I hated you?
No, to be fair, I still hate you.
Yeah, same.
I just hang out with you because, you know, don't know. Why are you here?
I live here.
That's a good point. But yeah, we met at a friend's New Year's party. That was pretty cool.
We never met at a theme park. It was just, it came to a moment of, I was like, I really like theme parks, and I tried to get our mutual friend to
Charlotte,
you met her, to go to it, and she was like, well, why don't you ask Ryan? And I was like, why would I ask him? He's annoying. And then she was like, well, because he likes theme parks too. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and the rest was history, basically.
And then I told him to create a channel.
And we did. Well, to be fair, I wanted to create a channel anyway. But Shitty Vlogs, Rita will be removed before any of the SW's projects.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that when we talk about SW removals, I think what you got to remember is that is probably 15, 20, 30 years down the line. We're not talking a short amount of time here. I definitely think Rita will be the next coaster that will be removed from Alton Towers.
I actually, now, I've just realised, Rita's budget was 7 million.
Yeah.
7 million for Rita, which, seems like a bargain now.
I think
so.
So.
You know what I mean? That I think with inflation and stuff like that, that a Intamin straddle coaster will actually be around that price.
Yeah.
If you imagine, let's say an Intamin straddle coaster that's not secret weapon material. Let's say the ride hardware. Let's say retail is 7 million.
Yeah.
Ride hardware probably 9 million. That gives them 3 million for the building.
I don't know. I still think it'll be an intimate multi-dimension coaster, and they'll find some way of keeping the cost down.
If I put my money on it, I would say an Intamin Straddle coaster.
Wow. Rax, I'd kind of like to see new trains on Oblivion. Yes, I would. I really would. I think that the Flawless train would add a lot to Oblivion. I feel like Oblivion for its day was very scary because there was no other dive coaster out there. You couldn't go to Busch Gardens, for instance, and ride one. You had to go to Alton Towers.
I actually think Oblivion might go before Air now, you know? 'Cause you just made a good point. You can get the Oblivion experience on the roller coaster. When it was first made, Galactica still is a unique layout and is built into the ground more. You know, it's more of an experience.
Yeah.
Oblivion is still relying on the fact that it's a vertical drop. That's
Yeah.
it. There's nothing else to it. There's no layout after it. There's no, brilliance to it. It is just playing on the fact that it's a vertical drop.
And there are things that you could do to prolong the life of Oblivion. So if they wanted to, they could add an Immelman, for instance, or add a couple of inversions and make it weave around Forbidden X Sector, for instance.
Because they do own the land in the valley. So if you've ever gone down Spinjam's queue line,
Yeah.
down that valley is still Towers ground.
But it's very close to the gate, isn't it?
Yeah.
From Spinjam's queue, you can see the perimeter of the park.
Yeah.
So they have to be very careful about building on that, but again, it would all be subject to planning permission anyway. Rax, if not Oblivion, I'd think Galactica goes. A major launch coaster using the car park next to the final turn, please. Either that or we see Galactica kind of rethemed to match Nemesis and the Alien idea. I think
if they're going to do a multi-launch, it will be where the Rapids are.
I think it'll be in Forbidden Valley or where the Rapids are, to be honest with you. I don't think it will be in Galactica's car park yet, just because I believe there are better places in the park that they can build.
Like with the Rapids, there's already a trench there for most of the track, which is great.
And they could do inversions in it as well. Put in Maverick's Heartline Roll, for instance, because that would kill you.
Well, yeah, it's just lying around in the field. I'm sure they could use it.
Yeah, just give it to Intamin, stick it on a launch coaster. But yeah,
the whole track's like red or something. Like the whole track's blue, and then there's a little red bit. Oh, that's the bit from Maverick, I bet.
Daryl says, evening everyone, from Daryl Dazza Morgan. Patch, 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 patch. Banana, 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 banana. What riveting content this is.
You have really weird fans.
I know. Stacey, love to explore. I've already replied
I
to that
think
one.
you could just call her Stacey by now, you know.
Stacey, yeah.
Yeah.
Stacey,
I think we're on that
awesome.
level.
How you met. It is awesome how we met. Rax, Galactica has got about 15 years of service life next to Oblivion. Okay, I'm going to start that again. Galactica has got about 15 years of service life left next. Oblivion has around 10 to 12. I kind of agree, but I think that they will. I think we're looking at a bit longer than that. I think that, in all honesty, Galactica would get a retrack.
I actually think that Towers have been really good at the moment at utilising their space, rather than having to remove a coaster to put a new coaster in, which is how they're usually doing it. I think they're being very clever because there's a few tree markings around. Nemesis Subterra, that might be a new spot for a coaster. You know, there's this Project Horizon. There's so much stuff where they're building where they haven't built before. Well, they haven't used for a while, because obviously we all know it's coaster.
No, I get that. That's fair. I think that Alton Towers, I don't think they're as landlocked as people say they are. I know they can only build in certain areas, but I do think that, again, Alton Towers, like what Joe said, Alton Towers are very good at utilising the space they've got, and I think that particular options would be looked into particular areas, like the area to the left of Wickerman where the flume used to go into. They built in that forest before, why not put a multi-launch coaster in there, for instance? I definitely think we could be looking at things like that. I'm going to go back to the chat. Josh Elam says, we all need to catch up soon. We do. We definitely do.
We do, yeah.
In fact, I'll drop you a message after the stream. Rax, I'd honestly do anything for Towers to give Galactica the terrain she deserves. Ride feels incomplete with plain concrete tunnels. But that was always the way though, wasn't it? Because Galactica obviously ran, or Air at the time, ran over budget. Because the ride hardware was so damn expensive and it was so experimental at the time, no one had ever done anything like, or tried to do anything like what B&M were doing at the time. The only people who were doing the whole flying coaster thing were Vekoma. But that's only because they caught on to the fact that B&M were developing a flying coaster.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like even John Morley said that it was budget that was causing them issues. Rax, I'm all for Rapids being removed by Vekoma Shockwave. What? I'm all for Rapids being replaced by a Vekoma Shockwave. My Dream Towers edition, if it had unlimited budget. Yeah, I feel like a Vekoma Shockwave would be good, but I think that Towers would look at putting more expensive ride hardware in.
Like an Intamin Blitz.
Like an Intamin Blitz.
Well, they're literally the same thing.
I think I don't think it's called a Blitz anymore, is it? They call it like a Mega Coaster now.
No, Mega Coaster is an Intamin Hyper.
Is it?
Yeah.
So technically Hyperion's a Mega Coaster.
No, sorry, a Mega Coaster is Intamin's coasters that
Like Conda.
Yeah, so they look like they should be a Hyper, but they're not.
Mm.
Yeah. So Conda, Expedition G-Force, Goliath, the Mega Lights, that's what they're called.
Here we go. Chibi Vlogs. I personally reimagine Oblivion with the exit from the hole featuring an extended layout and a few inversions. Definitely add flawless trains as the station could take the addition. Yeah, no, I agree. That's what I was saying. I definitely think that Oblivion could get new trains in the future. Yes, it would make the ride experience slightly less because Oblivion's trains at the moment are heavy. Those trains are ridiculously heavy.
What I think if I had unlimited money and it was in charge of Alton Towers, the things I would actually do to Oblivion is make it stay underground for longer, come up around the valley that's that's behind Spin Jam, round there, and have a separate offload station. Because then it gives the impression that they've gone into the hole and they've disappeared and they don't come back.
That's very good. That's very good because you could enclose it, couldn't you? You can enclose that bit of the layout. Again, though, you'd have to be careful with planning permission, particularly with what planning permission is like in Towers at the moment. But
you know what I mean? Instead,
yeah.
Because the way they did Oblivion is they basically dug a big hole, made the tunnel, and then filled the hole back in.
Mm.
If they dug tunnels out like you dig tunnels out by digging, there's nothing wrong with that.
Because 13 did it, didn't it? 13, the bit where you go backwards and you can feel the train going like that, that's all underground.
Yeah, it was dug out though. It wasn't.
Yeah.
They didn't dig in, make it, and then put it back up.
Here we go. We've got more racks. Modern Vekomas. I much prefer to Intamin Blitz. Vekoma's profiling is just so much nicer, and layouts are so whippy and unique. You know what?
Tara and I reply.
Yeah, that's the thing though, isn't it? Like, it's up to personal preference. Personally, I prefer Intamin when it comes to new gen snappy like transitions and things like that. You got to look at things like Hyperion and Terran. Those, even Rita, for instance. Rita, I know I don't give Rita a lot of credit for anything, but I'll give it credit where credit's due.
It's terrible.
The transitions that you experience, particularly on the first airtime hill, are whippy. They are very whippy. And it depends what speed you go in, to be fair, on the wind resistance. But when you get Rita right, the transitions do feel a little like Terran. I don't know, just something to think about, food for thought, but...
The only thing that I would say is slightly like Terran is Icon Second.
Yes. Although, I will say this. I feel like, so I'm comparing the two, Vekoma and Intamin. the Intamin have the grit to it, if that makes sense. Like, it feels more gritty, it feels more gnarly, it feels more rough around the edges. Whereas Vekoma, I've only done
like graceful, really. Aren't
yeah, Vekoma are more graceful, they're more smooth, they're more refined. I like that gnarly, gritty experience. Now, you know, I'm not saying that Taran is rough, I'm not saying that at all. It just feels a bit more...
it's more... When me and you first went on Taran, there were moments where we thought we might die.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we love, is that we go on a roller coaster and we think we might die.
Formula...
but, you know, like Fly, I was on it, it was great, but there was never a moment where I was like, I might fall off this.
No, I mean...
That one section was a bit too violent, that one nearly threw me out.
Yeah, it's like, Intamin definitely pushed the boat out in what a coaster can do, particularly with the layout and how snappy it is.
Easiest way, like, the way I'd explain it, is let's say if I punched you in the face, that's Intamin.
Please don't punch me.
But if I applied that same amount of force gently to your face, it's still the same amount of force.
But yeah, again, it depends what you like. Stacey, the idea for Oblivion, that'd be awesome, Joe. Yeah, well, to be fair, I like Joe's idea. It's a good idea. Towers should steal it.
I'm the new John Warden, mate.
Rax, scratch that. I messed up. Scratch that. I messed up.
I delete this.
Oh yeah, message retracted, it says on my screen. Chili Vlogs! I do think that Spin Jam will return next season as it's packed up in the park, but Roller Disco is MIA.
I do think that in the next literal weeks we might see Towers announce new what they call
Retro Squad rides. I definitely think we'll see new Retro Squad rides this year, and the fact that Spin Jam is currently packed up makes me think that more than anything. I think we'll see replacements for Funk and Fly and Spin Jam this year.
You think two?
What?
You think two?
I think two. Yeah, I think two, based off of what we've seen online and, you know, speculation and things like that, and obviously what Mellors have been doing, because obviously Mellors, the fairground operator here in the UK, they supply the Retro Squad rides for Alton Towers, so you've got to look at what they're doing and their patterns if you want to try and follow the Retro Squad thing. But I definitely think we'll be seeing new permanent flat rides either next year or the year after. But that's just my... Permanent. Royal Recordings. I think Towers are more likely to go with Mac due to noise restrictions, as Icon is quiet and Thorpe are building Exodus. Yes, I have thought, because obviously with Merlin, if you didn't know, you've got to look at Merlin. When they buy coasters, they normally buy coasters or investments in pairs from a specific manufacturer.
Do another double pack.
They do. So you've got to look at B&M. Obviously, they've got the Legoland Germany coaster. I forgot what that's called, the Mythica coaster. They've got Mandrill Mayhem and the Nemesis retrack. And
That's three.
That's three. They've got a package deal though. That's what I'm trying to get. Spinball and Dragon's Fury, for instance. Stealth and Eureka and Stealth. A lot of Merlin attractions get sister or brother coasters, meaning that the coasters are related in some way. And they're normally related through the package that they get. But yeah, I think that you know, there is a possibility that Mac could be working on Project Horizon. I'm not ruling anything out. The only thing that makes me think that that wouldn't be the case is the fact that the project budget, again 12.5 million. Sorry, I think that
Mac are an expensive
yeah.
brand because they've been in the industry for so long. Like, a lot of people think they're a very modern firm, but they've been in the thrill market for a very short amount of time, but they've been in the industry for so long, so they are expensive. Like, Icon, at a budget, was 18 million.
Yeah.
And that was because Amanda is friends with Roland Mack and Co, etc.
Although, there was rumours that they got Icon for 12 million. And they spent the...
I thought we'd seen a photo of the loan, and it did say 18
In fact, I will do it off screen because I don't want to... I'm going to reply to your comments in a second, by the way. I'm just looking at this. There was a filing for it.
there's a filing for the loan for...
yeah, on Company House. Find company information.
I think it was for either 16
It was.
or 18.
I think it's Blackpool Pleasure Beach. I forgot what the official filing name is for Blackpool Pleasure Beach's filings. Blackpool Pleasure Beach. This is how deep I go into these things. Here we go. Blackpool Pleasure Beach Limited.
Wasn't it Josh that found it?
No, I found it. Blackpool Pleasure Beach, Lancashire. Which one is it? It's Ocean Boulevard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here we go. Filing history. Go right down to the bottom. I'm not going to show this off on stream. If you want to go search for yourself.
Confirmation statement.
Confirmation of statement. Here we go. Believe this is the one. You can't see this, but we're just. No, it's not. I'll have to find it again. But there.
He was 16 to 18 million.
Yeah.
Alone, wasn't it?
Registration of charge. It might be actually. Yeah. No, it's this one. It's this one because it was filed to Mac Rides. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to show this on stream because it's extremely confidential.
It's not. It's public information.
But yeah, I don't want to be showing it off on stream. There we go. Double launch Rev. Double launch Rev D. That's it. It doesn't give you a price, but it gives Icon serial number 10108. If you're wondering what Icon serial number is. And the model is a K912 and E30. So I presume that's referring to the LSMs and the coaster model itself. It doesn't give you the price though.
It does. It did on one document.
Yeah, I'm presuming it's the next one because they had to authorization of purchase. Bear with me. Bear with me. I know you can't see this, and I'm really sorry, but I'm just getting information.
I guess you could. It is public knowledge.
Yeah,
They could just do the exact same thing you're doing.
they could, and they're more than welcome to. Okay, so let's look at the chat. So, Stacey says, Spin Jam will stay, but to be honest, it's a popular area of X Sector, and the use of any ride there will slow the queue flow. Sorry, my internet died slow. No, that's all right. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Retro Squad rides do definitely help queues, but the Retro Squad rides themselves are just the throughputs aren't very good anyway. They're fairground rides at the end of the day. All flat rides don't. I mean, flat rides in general don't have the capacity that roller coasters have. Like, it's just not going to happen. You can't load a flat ride as fast as you can load a roller coaster, for instance.
You can't load it while it's in motion.
No.
Which you can with the coaster.
Yeah, and I mean with a roller coaster, all you have to do is get people off, pull down restraints, check. With a flat ride, you have to physically walk round the whole ride to check the restraints.
No, I mean more like you can load one while one is going around the track. You load the next one, don't you?
Yeah.
With a flat ride, you have to physically let it stop, load it, then let it go again, start, load it. With a coaster, you're loading as it's still going around.
I mean, you can batch, I guess, because Leasyberg does that with their Zamperla Nebulas. They batch riders onto the ride, and that's how they help with capacity. Just reading this comment, by the way, from Rax. I think X Sector will get one. I presume that means a new Retro Squad ride. Rax also, I think, a big King Frog style ride have recently have decent capacity and are fun family rides. Yes, those techno jump rides. I did a video where in that video I talked about the fact that Mellors were looking for a techno jump ride / family King Frog ride. So I definitely think that we could be looking at a techno jump in the X Sector area of the park. I feel like that's definitely a possibility. Again, with Mellors looking for one, it's they're looking for it for a reason. Yeah, let's get to Alton Towers because Alton Towers need more rides. What do we do when Alton Towers need more rides?
And obviously,
go to Mellors.
But I think they're only involving Mellors because they've obviously forgotten how to order a flat ride. So they go, Mellors, you obviously buy flat rides. Will you help us out?
Yeah, you buy lots of flat rides
because we don't know what we're doing anymore.
Rax.
Last one they bought was like Enterprise. It was like 20 years ago.
No, the last one they bought, permanent flat rides, that aren't in CBBS land, was in Mutiny Bay. It was in Mutiny Bay. Rax, loading talks remind me, do we ever think Towers will use Smiler unload platform? Oh, have they got an unload platform for the Smiler?
Smiler's never had an unload platform.
I think that. I don't think Smiler's ever used. If he has an unload platform, I don't think it's ever used it.
It doesn't have room for it because the train waiting to be unloaded, there's not enough platform room for guests
Oh yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, I don't know. I know the Smiler's got a ridiculous amount of blocks. I know that much. But yeah, I didn't know it. I didn't know it had an unloading platform. To be fair, the Smiler could benefit from an unloading platform.
It could.
It could. It could definitely.
It would really speed it up.
It really would. I would definitely introduce that.
Because
But
I think one of the best run coasters is Taron.
yes,
Like when you can see it on a really busy day, it runs 4 trains flawlessly. You can get a train out probably at least every 20 seconds, and that's because they have 2 launchers, which are both blocks, a waiting block, an unload block, and a station block. So if you ever want to, if Alton Orion ever gets hold of Taron, you'll see that it'll be like this stupidly good box.
and this is what a black section is. By the way, that was a terrible American accent. I'm really sorry, Alton Orion. But yes.
If we say block sections too many times, people will appear in the comments.
It's like Beetlejuice. If you say block section, block section, block section.
Tony, look for it. You'll appear in the comments.
So Rax recently learned the black hole brakes behind the loading train was built as an unload platform for capacity. I didn't know that either.
Black hole brakes?
Yeah, the black hole brakes. Because the jet stars have brakes that sort of. So here's the station, and the jet stars had brakes that sort of turn like that. So yeah.
Oh, the black hole was in the right. Oh.
Yeah. So I could see that happening. Because it's the same with Cannonball Express at Pleasurewood Hills. That also has an offloading platform, doesn't it?
Who?
Cannonball Express. You've been on Cannonball Express at Pleasurewood Hills. Schwarzkopf.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but that was useless. It's only got 1 train.
No, and they were running it. They were running it with like 2 platforms. Why? But yeah, I wanted to say, guys, if you could please do like the stream down below, 'cause it really does help out the channel. And I wanted to say, by the way, just to take this opportunity to say it, thank you so much, because we've recently hit 1,200 subscribers, and it means the world to me. To see the channel continuing to grow like this is absolutely insane. It means so much to me and the people who work behind the scenes on iCoaster. So Joe as well. Oh, he's unsubscribing. Great. Love that.
Just for the moment.
If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe down below.
Okay. Okay, I did.
Rax, black hole. Hold, break, not black hole. Hold, break, not black hole.
Black hole.
Black hole. Have I read something wrong?
Black hole?
Oh no! Recently learned the hold brake behind the loading train was built as an unload. Oh, okay.
Did you read hold brake as black hole?
Yeah.
You're weird.
I know. But yeah, no, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That is that's an interesting fact. I definitely feel like they could utilise that in the future. But yeah, I don't know.
You know what I never understand why
What?
why they have unload and offload is instrument accelerators. Why? It doesn't help anything.
No, it doesn't.
All of them do.
I mean, Rita does. And I've heard, by the way, that all of the intimate accelerators are getting, people who basically, so parks who own intimate accelerators are being offered LSM conversions at the moment. And that's not by Zamperla, that's by Intamin themselves.
Yeah, but it would be an extra charge, wouldn't it? I think it would be either, do you want to keep them or do you not? I think it's basically Intamin saying, look, you either get LSMs or get rid of them.
Yeah, because I think that if Alton Towers were given the option, they would rather get rid of Rita than replace it with LSMs. But that's just my opinion.
I think the biggest problem with hydraulic systems is, 1, they're really unreliable, 2, they're dangerous now. Considering how safe the industry is, like the majority of accidents that happen, like minor injuries, are when every single time an intimate accelerator's cable snaps, it's caused harm.
I want to parenthesize that by saying that all coasters are safe. We're not saying that coasters are unsafe. We're saying that in some freak circumstances, things like cables can snap.
But that's what I mean. Is that
yeah.
It is one thing that is another thing that could happen. and I think that's the biggest problem because there's a famous story of the Accelerator, the original one. That one had quite a bad accident when the cable snapped.
And that's why Intamin built why Alton Towers built a wooden structure around Rita just to keep the cable thing. I can see my camera's actually overheating, by the way, so we may have to go in a second. But we'll definitely say goodbye to you guys before we do.
The camera overheats?
Yes, apparently it does.
So you can just go and blow on it for a few minutes.
I mean, we could do. So how hot is it? Let me check. It doesn't seem that hot, but
hi guys, welcome to my channel.
I have got a backup if that does go.
Is it your phone?
So if no, it's not. So if that does go, then I have got another solution. But in regards to the thing that Rax just put in, Rax says, I wouldn't swap Rita to LSM. The hydraulic launch always makes me poop myself. Love the punch. No, I love the punch. I really do. And I think that's Rita's strong point. It has got that smack to it. And if you were to replace with an LSM, I feel like there would be that chance that it wouldn't have that same smack to it. But I think that LSMs these days have got so good that, you know, it's...
I'd still say they're not very good at giving a punch. Like, Taron only gives a punch because it already hits its second launch with a lot of speed.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good boost, but I don't think LSMs have the same kick as a hydraulic one.
So I'm actually going to end the stream in a second, by the way, guys. But I'm going to answer this one question that Rax put in before we do. If you've got any questions, by the way, please do put them in real quick, just so I can see them. But Rax, a lot of cable snaps are due to the failure. A lot of cable snaps are due to the park's failure to maintain the ride. Cables are meant to be replaced every 2 to 3 months. If I remember correctly, the second any damage occurs to the cable, it's replaced. Only LSMs that comes close to me is Taron. Yeah, I do agree. I mean, with the cable thing, I think park maintenance again has a part to play in it, but also the wear and tear of the cable. I mean, these things are put under a lot of stress all the time. Like, you got to think, Rita is being hammered every day. Like,
it's even again, like, even if you're saying that they have to be replaced every 2 to 3 months, LSMs don't have to be replaced every 2 or 3 months.
No,
there's no friction.
But I guess with cables though, cables actually pull the train along, and it's constantly being retracted, and you know, because you've got to have some leeway in there, so it's being, you know.
I know, but I know, like, it's a maintenance problem, isn't it? If you got to replace a part every 2 or 3 months, with an LSM, you never have to replace it.
No. But no. Right, guys, we have reached the end of the stream. I want to thank you guys again so much for 1,200 subscribers. The channel continues to grow, and I'm honestly so proud of it. I really, really am. I've loved all of your guys' comments in the chat tonight. I'll definitely be doing another stream very, very soon, so definitely look out for one. Me and Joe in particular have a stream that we are doing very soon that'll be exciting. We were meant to do it in this stream, but the thing that we're going to do in the other stream, we're meant to do in this stream.
Maybe when the season starts.
Maybe when the season starts, because it's extremely hard to do what we wanted to do, but yes. Racks, the cable have to be replaced the second any stress occurs. Yeah, just because of that. Stacey, see you all. Great live, guys. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see more of Love to Explore.
Bye, Stacey. Say how's your mum.
So, yeah, Stacey's mum. So guys, I have been Ryan from iCoaster. This has been Mr. Oakley Dokley, and we shall do the love heart thing. Well, this is, what's this? Oh. So guys, I have been Ryan from iCoaster, and I shall see you in the next stream. Goodbye. I need to have like an outro thing for my streams, don't I?
Don't wanna hold back.